Hello, it's Sunday today, which is a bit of a weird day to start a reading vlog, but I've got tomorrow off because I start my new job or new role within the same company on Tuesday, which is very exciting. But I thought I'd take Monday off as holiday so that I could just finish on Friday, start afresh on Tuesday. But I don't really have any plans. Like most of this weekend really, it's been quite quiet, which is really good, and it means I can get a lot of reading done because I was so optimistic earlier in September. I read so many things in the first couple of weeks that I did a mid-September wrap-up, which I don't always do, and the reason is, which I should have thought, is that I don't always continue that momentum. So then the rest of September I've just spent reading The Goldfinch essentially, which obviously is a very long book. But now I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't wrap up one book in a video. Who's gonna watch that? But it's quite, I like thinking that way sometimes because it really forces me to try and get some more books read. Obviously quality over quantity, but I like thinking, oh no, I've not got enough books for video. That's what kind of spurns me on. So I'm going to spend this weekend trying to really catch up on some other books. My goal would be if I could read 3 more books in the next couple of days, that would be brilliant. I'm already started, like I'm not quite halfway through a couple of books. The first one is The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin, which is our pick for the Feminist Orchestra book club for September and October. And this is weird. Like, I'm sort of a third of the way through and I'm just a bit like, what is happening? I am worried that actually maybe this is like a book in a series, like not because of the plot as such. I think it's, from what I'm gathering just from reading this book, it feels standalone, but just that the worlds and stuff perhaps have already been explained, because I just, even this far in, I could not tell you what, like, if there's a story. Essentially it's taking place on a planet which is sort of like covered with ice, which is quite cool, and all the inhabitants of the planet seem like essentially human, apart from the fact that they're androgynous and they only become either male or female like once a cycle in order to procreate, and then the rest of the time they're just kind of one gender, which is part of the reason we picked it up. We thought that would be quite interesting, although I'm finding it quite strange because essentially it doesn't feel like they could be either gender because they call everyone he, so it just feels like a world of men. But maybe that's kind of like the point, like without any kind of signifier, you just kind of assume that the person's a man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going with it, but I'm very, very confused. And then the other book that I'm reading at the moment on my Kindle is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, which is cool. I'm really liking it. It's really jumping into the plot very quickly, which has been great after The Goldfinch. I did really like The Goldfinch, by the way, but when you, after reading a book that's so long and, you know, each sort of moment is like agonized over and it's really, really drawn out, going to something which is like plot, something's happening in like 3 lines, you already know what's going on, and I was like, oh, this is brilliant, I'm getting into it so quickly. So I'm enjoying that as well. This is about a woman who is a journalist at a newspaper, and then she has to go back to her hometown to cover the story of young girls who are going missing and being murdered. Also there seems to be some backstory that her sister died or was killed or something when she was younger. So it's, you know, I feel like it's really atmospheric, so I'm going to keep reading that, and that'll be good. So those are 2 books which, you know, it's 10 to 2 now. Classically, when you think that you have so much time in the day and you can do anything, you just end up doing nothing. But we are being quite actively chill today because Will isn't very well. And he's in bed doing some financial things at our house, really relaxing. So we're just going to literally stay in and, you know, maybe watch some telly and read some books and not do very much today at all. So that would be lovely. Came in the bedroom because Will was watching Poldark in the other room, but I've been at this for like 2 hours now and it's just starting to get a little bit interesting. There's actually starting to get a bit of plot, which feels a little bit like almost dangerous. It's basically a sort of envoy person who we're guessing is human from like our planet, is on this planet to speak to these people that, you know, why don't you join our big group of planets? You can be like, I don't know, just introduce them to space travel and other planets or something. Like, so much of it is explaining things about the society, but using words of this country's language, which are weirdly explained. Like, there seems to be lots of words, like, oh, this is an untranslatable word that the such and such people have, which mean a certain type of snow. And it's like, do I need that extra word? Like, it's taken me really ages to try and get a sense of what they're trying to say. But, you know, I'll keep going. I think, because at least now it feels a little bit like some characters are doing some things, which is a plus. I'm a bit groggy because I just fell asleep. That's how interesting this book is. But I might move on to sharp objects at some point because I'm enjoying that, like, quite a lot. And look who it is. Hello. Hi. You are?
What's going on?
Just finished my little bit. I literally fell asleep just now. Oh dear, I didn't read any more. I might read a little bit now while Will's in the bathroom. Oh dear, I got lazy. But I feel like tomorrow is sort of like my day, because Will's been like ill and here all day, it's been quite difficult to like... Anyway, I'm at home alone tomorrow, so I feel like I can like really get some stuff done. Get myself prepped. My aim is to be very ambitious and to like go for a run in the morning, like get the food shopping done, film some videos. I need to film my wrap up and like my TBR, and finish all these books that I've given myself a deadline of finishing. So that'll be interesting. I'm also going to the launch of Jen's third Luna and Franklin book in the evening tomorrow, so that'll be really nice. I don't know who else is going actually. I have not looked it up, but that will be some nice bookish fun. So I think we're just going to continue to be quite relaxed this evening, as you know, Will's got to go to work quite early tomorrow and I don't think he's feeling that brilliant. I can hear him coughing in the bathroom, so I'll probably just like watch some more telly. I will read. I'm going to pick up sharp objects. I'm going to do that now. Well, look at this, I'm actually going to try and go for a run at 10 o'clock. I've read a little bit of Sharp Objects this morning. I've had some breakfast, let my food go down, and now I'm going to get out there. I haven't run for a couple of weeks, and I have like an app which gives you training routines and stuff, and sometimes I put in like fake targets, like I want to run a 10k in 6 weeks time or something, so that it gives me a little program, and I'm a little bit behind in my program because I've been on holiday and stuff, and I'm just going to go straight in now with a long run. I think it's 11k I was supposed to do a couple of weeks ago, but I just really feel in the mood for it. Even if it's hard, I'll just go very slowly and listen to my audiobook, which is like a history of England. It's hilarious. I just thought this sounded interesting. I really like listening to non-fiction when I'm running, and I thought maybe a history of, you know, like a kind of from zero to now, like history of England would be quite interesting. It's like 45 hours long or something, so don't expect a review on it anytime soon, but it's quite handy to listen to as you run. So let's see how I get on. Oh, that wasn't half bad, considering I haven't run in ages, and I've actually not done anything in ages, not just running. I've had a bit of a break in the old exercise department, so that was okay. I think it was about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that, in total, which is okay, I think. And I learnt a lot about English history between sort of the aftermath of the Norman invasion up to King John. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know if it all went in my brain, but it was nice to listen to as I was running along. Someone's come home from work today. Come to join me, haven't you?
Will!
Oh, poor Will. I just got back from my run and then he came through the door. Not feeling very well at all. I think I have been defeated by time and just being able to read quickly, which is a shame. I'm obviously still going to keep reading my books and try and finish them, but I don't know if I'll have time to read the books, finish them, and then do a video talking about them and then get it uploaded for tonight. I just think that's going to be a little bit too ambitious. So I'm just going to keep reading my books and I don't know, maybe film something later. I feel like Will might want to be in bed, to be honest, mightn't you? I
need constant care and affection.
He's such an easy invalid. That's what I like most about him. He's just no bother at all. So easy to care for.
You knew this when you married me. Demanding and high maintenance.
So yeah, I think maybe we'll just have a sort of chilled evening before I go to Jen's later. But it's been, I mean, I've had a nice time. I haven't read as much as I'd hoped, but I've enjoyed the day. I'm about halfway through, just over halfway through Sharp Objects, and yeah, just loving it. It's quite different. It's a different but similar vibe to Gone Girl, I feel. I kind of forgotten what her actual writing was like, because I really remember the story of Gone Girl, and this is, I guess, similar in terms of its look at sexuality of women and stuff, and like violence and lots of different things it's kind of looking at, but I'm just really enjoying her writing, and just the metaphor she's using. The narrator's quite like sort of wry and witty, and I quite like that. So yeah, I'm enjoying the experience of reading it. I'll just have to do my review a little bit later.
When I'm better.
When you're better. My life just revolves around you, my husband.
It's true.
Poor thing. I stuck the camera in it. It's still cute.
These two wonderful people about the wonderful Franklin and Luna, and I think any book which gets children into the environment of a bookshop and to explore it and enjoy it and find the wonders of it is a good thing in my book.
I'm literally like, watching from Lauren's blog.
How are you? I mean, how are you as well? I was talking to Lauren behind the camera. She keeps moving the camera in front of her face.
Am I here? Am I a camera? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, picture time. I'll put this away.
That was a really nice evening. It's pretty grim and rainy outside, so I thought I'd come back because guess what? I think I've caught Will's cold.
Yay.
My throat is very scratchy. So we're just sitting here listening to Will's choice of weird jazz music. Having an early night, I think. Also, while I was there, because we're in a bookshop, I also did buy a book. You didn't react, so I thought you were going to go,
oh, yeah.
No more books.
I've
And I got Lullaby by Layla Slimani. Because I'm kind of in the mood, especially after reading Sharp Objects, like a little bit of a sort of dark thriller. It's that time of year.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like a nanny who kills babies.
What?
The baby is dead. It took only a few seconds.
I mean, of all the things,
I don't think this is your kind of thing to read, is it?
No.
So it was a good trip. I got to see friends and eat some fairy cakes and buy a book.
About dead babies.
About dead babies. Hooray. I'm sorry, I feel like this has been a very disappointing vlog because I've not, like, read as much as I thought I would read, or done very much. We've just been based in the flat really. So sorry, but it's been chilled. You look so like austere in the background. It's because you're like staring into the middle distance.
Well, the only way for me to like keep your head like stable and comfortable, I have to like look at like 45 degrees upwards.
So, oh well, we're gonna have an early night. I'll see you in my next video. Do you want to say goodbye, Will?
It's all gone.
And
now I spilled tea on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my tea as well. Bye.
Bye.